the biggest bust in wrestling history.
Bust in professional.
Ringless ass team. Who your team?
Wrestling history. Now you might be asking yourself, how can Jeff Hardy be a bust? The guy's won about 250 million championships. He's won almost every single championship that there possibly is to win in professional wrestling. How could he possibly be a bust? Well, a bust is a highly touted or highly selected draftee who does not meet expectations. Now you might be saying, there's no draft in wrestling. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? There's no draft. What are you dumbass? And I'm not talking about the WWE draft where John Cena can go from Raw to SmackDown back to Raw, stiff Alex Riley, for no reason, by the way. I'm not talking about that, though.
Yo, Dior, thank you so much. I appreciate
it. And if I could have
an
equivalent of a sport that does have a draft, Jeff Hardy is the Zion Williamson of professional wrestling.
Zion? Nah, he's bugging.
Now, what do I mean? How could he be the Zion Williamson of professional wrestling? That makes no sense, right?
This Zion's so goddamn good, bro. This just can't stay healthy, dog. Zion is a bust. Brother, so damn good. I done seen worse dudes than him. I don't want to call him that. But, bro, when he on the court, this be cooking, bro. He be cooking. Bro, if he didn't get hurt in the playoffs, I don't know where they go. I don't think they make the finals. I'm not crazy. But, bro, he was balling. And then it looked like a routine play. He's gone. Not playing again. Zion, the Clowney of the NBA? I don't know about Clowney.
Zion Williamson is a two-time All-Star, averages like 24 points a game, could be the best player in the NBA. Now, for those who don't know anything about the NBA, Zion was projected to be like this LeBron James, Michael Jordan, greatest of all time player, right? But he can't stay healthy. Similarly, Jeff Hardy had the potential to be the greatest wrestler ever, the face of the WWE for years to come, and he couldn't stay sober. To me, it's the same thing.
Yakety yak. Don't talk back, yakety yak. This is Jeff Hardy, and I just wrestled tonight.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of stories out there about wrestlers having hardcore drug addictions, right? Now, I don't know if I can say the name of the drugs, but all you gotta do is watch like a shoot from like 2000. All this, dude, I injected this into my balls. I mean, that's hard. And Jeff Hardy, unfortunately, was a victim to the drugs. I mean, he was addicted to the drugs and alcohol for years. It took this guy, what, 3 chances in WWE before, like, he finally started to sober up? And even then, he walked out of a live event and got fired. So, I just want to talk about how Jeff Hardy, in my opinion, is the biggest bust of all time. Now, I know someone in the comments is going to go...
Now, listen, we are a Jeff Hardy fan club in this community. We f*** with Jeff Hardy. But I'm not gonna lie, he's talking that shit. He's talking that shit. Jeff Hardy's supposed to be way bigger than what he was. And because how big he is now, it lets you know the talent that he had, the nigga was just a jackass. I'm gone.
His opinions have literally no weight, dude. He's literally like David Meltzer with his star ratings. Can you believe Kurt Angle never got a 5-star match? Where does the story begin? So without this becoming a career recap video, because I don't want to do a career recap of Jeff Hardy, there's tons of other videos like that. So if you want to know how Jeff Hardy got into wrestling and all that, by all means, click off this video, come back. We're going to be diving more into the mess-ups of Jeff Hardy and all of the countless times that he could have been the man in WWE. Our story starts in the 2000s. Now, at the turn of the millennium, Jeff Hardy was starting to become very over with the crowd as a singles babyface, right? He was cool. He had that aura about him. He had that dog in him. For some reason, people just gravitated towards Jeff Hardy, but he couldn't cut a promo for Jeff Hardy's promo skill never got good. Jeff Hardy, somehow, Jeff Hardy got over with the crowd as a guy who couldn't cut a...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I ever heard Jeff Hardy talking on the mic, like for real. Saying so, I'm not gonna lie. That is honestly important in the WWE because the WWE, some of the greatest champions that we have and we watched, they made us hate them or they made us love them by talking on the mic. The wrestling, honestly, and a lot of the time, really came secondary. Except Undertaker. Yeah, Undertaker's a good exception. But What's one of the reasons why JBL was so good? Because the promos made you hate that. Edge promos made you hate that. Brock Lesnar is another exception. They put him. What they'll do is when somebody not good on the mic but really good in the ring, and if they're a big dude, they'll put him next to a manager that'll help them out. Yeah, The Rock, Stone Cold, Randy Orton, Triple H. The reason why we like these dudes, yeah, they were great wrestlers. They was great wrestlers. But you got to be able to get in front of the crowd or be backstage and cut a promo to make us give a f about your match, to make us believe your story. So if Jeff Hardy can't do that, that's a big downfall. One dude that's really good in wrestling right now, it's his name Ricochet. That can do whatever in the ring. I've seen that on the mic. Not really that good.
A promo to save his life. Now, I don't know if it's just because of the Swanton Bomb, because of all of like the cool stuff he would do.
I didn't think so.
Or maybe the look. But Jeff Hardy could not cut a promo for Jack. But up until this point,
cut a promo. I'm being dead serious. I think if I was to be a wrestler, I'd be trash in the ring, but my promos would be so good, I'd make hate me. I really think I'd be good. Now, in the ring, I'd be trash. Oh, God, I'd be trash in the ring. But I think I cut good promos. No cap.
From 2000 to 2000.
And I'm for sure going to be a heel. Because I'm a cheat. I've been cheating in wrestling since I was a kid. I'm going to cheat. I'm letting you know I cheat.
3, Jeff Hardy had a bunch of matches with like the top guys in the WWE, right? He had a match against The Undertaker for the WWE title. He had a match against The Rock. And by the way, in that match against The Undertaker, he almost won the match. They booked him so strong. Undertaker, at the beginning of the millennium, he was primed and ready.
Damn.
They had a rocket ship. They were going to
WWE must have took that down.
hit the big red button. He was going to go to the top. He was going to become the new guy, right? After Austin and Rock left, he was going to become the new guy that WWE could build around for years. Until he wasn't. Now, Jeff Hardy. Now, here's what Bruce Pritchard had to say about the whole thing. He was working for WWE back then, so he would know best. So here's what he has to say about Jeff Hardy's release in 2003.
Jeff did have a drug problem, and Jeff, everything that you just said was taking place. It was all of a sudden we had a different human being on our hands, and it wasn't someone that anyone really liked to work with anymore, because if he did show up, he would go and hide, and you couldn't find him all day long. Jeff admitted having a drug issue, but Jeff didn't want to go to rehab. In my opinion, yeah, Jeff had a drug problem.
No shit.
Now, obviously, this was a massive blow to the WWE, right? They had this guy primed and ready to be the top guy, and they had to release him due to his rampant drug issue. Now, that happened a lot back in the day. Hardy, without that, could have been a massive star. And after the WWE, he would go to ROH. He would have a match in ROH.
Damn, Ring of Honor, y'all. He said, who gives us? Bro, this Ring of Honor, I've always wondered, how do watch this shit? Do the shit be coming on TV? Ever since I was a kid, I knew they had a big crowd. I'm like, God damn, I'm watching these. YouTube? It came on Fox late at night. I never seen it. What is wrestling in? What the f is that?
And then expect to get a warm response from him. Hardy taking off that shirt.
Hey, boy, Jeff Hardy, you degenerate.
Scale to the top rope. And Joey Matthews just turned. But hey, it was great seeing Jeff Hardy in the ROH ring. Say what
that boy
and then in 2004, he would make his very first debut in the Impact Zone against AJ Styles. Yeah, he would make his very first debut for TNA, and it's really interesting to see the reaction he gets, because the reaction from ROH to TNA, it's like night and day.
Hell yeah. I remember love you guys.
But this TNA debut would start a partnership between the two. Hardy
Why
would
did
be
they
there
book
for
my
3 or 2 years, I think, where Jeff Hardy would no-show a bunch of TNA events, but he did jump off the top of the TNA stage onto Abyss in the Monsters Ball match, so that was pretty cool. But 2005 would mark a turning point in TNA's relationship with Jeff Hardy after he no-showed Hard Justice, which is one of their premier pay-per-views, because he couldn't get on a flight, obviously because of his drug issues. So him not getting onto a plane meant that they had to change the match. It was originally supposed to be him versus Raven. So who did they replace the charismatic Enigma with? Who did they replace Jeff Hardy with? Who could possibly live up to Jeff Hardy's name? Oh God. No.
This nigga didn't show up to a major pay-per-view, and they brought out fucking X-Pac. Jeff Hardy might be the biggest wrestling bust, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. This is my dog. But come on, bro.
Yeah, they replaced Jeff Hardy with X-Pac. I don't even know what to say. I mean, there wasn't like any other guy in the back. Like, you didn't have anyone in the back that could have replaced. You had Sean Waltman come out instead of. He's not even X-Pac. He's Sean Waltman at this point. Like, you had no one else to replace.
Look at the crowd, bro, holding his head. No one gives a fuck about X-Pac.
Jeff Hardy. After this, though, Hardy would get suspended again for missing Turning Point 2005, which was another pay-per-view he's supposed to be in. This time, TNA didn't trust him enough to show up, so they put him on the pre-show. And guess what? He didn't show up. He was replaced with Lance Hoyt in a match with the Naturals and Lance Hoyt versus Buck
I
Quarterman,
never knew none
Joe
of this,
Doherty,
bro.
and John Bolin, the Creator
The fuck is
Wrestler
that?
Name Hall of Fame here. And after he no-showed the event, Jeff Hardy really wasn't seen on TNA television ever again. You would never believe where he went after that. You'll never believe where he went. Straight back to the WWE. Yes, that is right. WWE gave him a second chance, which, by the way, is a reoccurring theme. Companies will give Jeff Hardy as many chances as they possibly can, despite knowing he has a ton of issues. But Jeff Hardy would get a second chance in the WWE. Now,
What game is this? What game is this?
this run would actually be the peak of his entire career. In this run, he would win the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship and the Intercontinental Championship and the Tag Team Championship. He would basically win
This ain't no TNA Impact. I had that game.
every championship there possibly was to win in the WWE.
It's a mobile game? Oh, man, fuck mobile.
Now, where did this go wrong, you might be asking? This sounds like a great time. Well, it seems that you can only keep Jeff Hardy sober for so long because
Yo, the way that that nigga just got down after that burpee?
literally a year after he debuts, he gets popped
Yo, the way that that nigga got down after that burpee.
in the WWE. Now, where did this go wrong, you might be asking? This sounds like a great time. Well, it seems that you can only keep Jeff Hardy
Yo, watch how his legs collapse.
sober for so long
This is so...
because literally a year after he debuts, he gets popped for his first wellness
Yo, who
policy
the fuck is that? Dog, this nigga look crazy. Them perks beating his ass.
violation, which keeps him off of TV for 30 days. Jeff Hardy, to get around this, claimed that he was only out for injury and not a drug-related policy thing, but it was later found out that he was suspended for drugs, which, I mean, it's
Lord.
Jeff Hardy. Obviously, it was drugs. Jeff Hardy would come back, but only 6 months later would he get another wellness policy, this time in March of 2008, resulting in a 60-day suspension. Now, I don't know if you guys know what happened in March of 2008 for the WWE, but it just so happened to be a little-known show called WrestleMania, and at this little-known show, they were
I
having
know he
a
didn't
Money
do
in the
that.
Bank match. Now, I don't know if you guys know what happens with the Money in the Bank, but whoever wins that can cash in for an opportunity at the championship. Now, this was before people lost with the Money in the Bank. People who cashed in had a 100% rate of cashing in at this point. Nobody had lost. He was supposed to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. So you know who won?
Chad, I think this nigga title is true. And I kind of said that earlier when we seen this a little while ago. I think this nigga is the biggest bust. This nigga was supposed to be, he was supposed to be champion. The nigga was on them drugs.
Instead, CM Punk. CM Punk would win because Jeff Hardy got kicked out, which would lead basically to CM Punk becoming the biggest star in wrestling for a long time.
Absolutely.
Because of Jeff Hardy. CM Punk's spot was Jeff Hardy's spot. Now think about that for a second. Now really
Yo.
think about that for a second. All the runs,
They Z-packed me to death. So much that in December I shit my pants on a SmackDown.
the match with Taker, the match with Rock, all that stuff. would have been Hardy's had he have been sober around this time. Isn't that just nuts? To make matters even worse, around this time too, a couple days after he got suspended, Jeff Hardy's house burned to the ground and killed his dog. So this guy really
just resubscribed for 2 months.
Yo, Fleek, thank you. The dog?
couldn't catch a break, but he was in one of the greatest feuds ever with CM Punk, and I just want to show you guys this Punk promo because it cuts especially deep knowing that Hardy got released in 2009.
This is polymoxin B sulfate. I have to apply this to my eye 3 times a day. The only way you obtain this is with a prescription from a doctor. Now, I know you know a thing or two about prescription medication. What I don't think you realize is that you have to go to a doctor to legally obtain some. Unlike you, Jeff, this is the only foreign substance I will allow in my body. So if you want to imitate me, why don't you try living a clean lifestyle? Why don't you try living a straight edge lifestyle? Jeff, you've got 2 strikes. You know how many I have? 0. Jeff, you know how many times I've been suspended? 0. You know how many times I've been to a rehab facility? That's right, 0. And do you know what your chances are of beating me at Night of Champions? 0.
And here's Jeff Hardy's response to
he on that nigga ass.
CM Punk after he got released by the WWE. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed in this video that I'm about to show you, but Jeff Hardy is very obviously drugged out of his mind. Here you go.
What the hell does straight edge mean again? The first ever straight edge world heavyweight champion. I think Christian said it best. CM Punk, I think you're a nerd. I get cocky every now and then. I'll say, you paid to see me, you paid to see me, but I made CM Punk a motherfucking superstar. And that's a fact, Jack. And I'll end it like this.
That nigga is geeked out his body.
Man, we can't even do that shit in your company anymore. But in this world, we can do it all we want to. You should follow me. You should listen to my preaching because it's gonna get you through life. It'll make.
No, I don't think he should. I don't think he should.
You live life the right way too cocky, inside and outside the ring. It's kind of strange when you go up and see homeboys at a show. You got guys like Undertaker coming up saying, "Hey Jeff, how you doing, man?" All these other guys, "Hey Jeff, how's everything going for you, man? Hope you're all right." He comes back from his mind. I'm sitting here waiting to see if he's gonna say hello to me, man.
This why I couldn't be a wrestler because you only gone have one time to get personal in a promo before I got a swing in front of the world.
Nigga keep rubbing his nose. Y'all see that shit? Yeah, bro, you get personal, they gonna be them. Them niggas can fight too now. Nigga keep touching his nose, gang. Jeff on that shit, y'all.
Yeah, walk away to the showers or whatever. I just leave, whatever. Oh, well, yeah, fuck that guy.
Nigga dressed like he itching and shit. Nigga dressed like he from Grove Street. Nigga got me itching.
CM Punk. Fuck you.
_a hole just resubscribed for 5 months.
And I still don't
Stay off
that,
drugs,
I
kid.
think you take Ambien to go to sleep, motherfucker. That's a prescription if you didn't know it. So, hello.
I have no idea what CM Punk's deal is with Amy.
Damn, Matt, you rolling too? Not delete.
We do, Mom. I do know. He is very dramatic and very emotional. And anytime she finds herself in a tough spot, I'm the guy she calls.
Then, after his WWE release, Jeff Hardy would go to TNA again, getting a second chance for the company where he showed he was no good.
Yo, my bad, Darko, I had to make sure we was finishing this video.
I doubt it'll happen, but can you imagine the day the pass interference gets called on a Hail Mary? All hell will break loose that day. Acknowledge the wise Fupa and fries.
Darko. Yeah, the day, it's not gonna happen. Imagine being the team that they happened to. I would be so fucking pissed. Oh my God, I might break something in the house, bro.
He no-showed a bunch of TNA events the first time, got high and drunk with TNA. They released him. What do? They strap a rocket to him and make him their top guy. Again, he gets a second chance. Why? Because he's Jeff Hardy. And the idea of Jeff Hardy and the potential of Jeff Hardy outweighs the reality of Jeff Hardy. So what happens this time, right? Everything goes smoothly, right? Right? Wrong. We have to talk about Victory Road 2011. For those who don't know about the Victory Road incident, let me introduce you to Jeff Hardy's worst moment ever.
Nigga, is it him?
You gotta be a
Sting?
high-ass nigga to do the fucking Swanton bomb. It makes sense. I love Jeff, but he is a bust.
Listen, not just the Swanton, but jumping off the shit that he jumping off. Because other niggas, they just be doing like regular little like elbow drops so they can see where they going. Jeff Hardy really jumping off shit, hitting a fucking backflip, landing on his back. You know how much faith that takes?
His entire career. So what happens in Victory Road 2011? Well, the match was supposed to be Sting versus Jeff Hardy. Now, I will play the entire match out right now. Unfortunately, I can't show you Victory Road 2011 in its entirety because Anthem has copyrighted the video. Now, I highly suggest you go look it up anyway.
Yeah, we've watched this match before.
Sting decides that he's had enough with whenever Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, he's the biggest bust, y'all. Name a wrestler where we can have some shit. I know we got Scott Hall. We don't look at Scott Hall in any of the like we have Jeff. This is insane.
Down tonight here at Victory Road.
That is bullshit. That nigga, that's a pay-per-view. This nigga showed up like that to some shit that niggas paid $60 for, dog. That shit is wild, bro.
I don't know how other people are
a big pay-per-view before I go, come on, bro.
Are posting it or whatnot, but I guess because I posted the entire match, which I got it from a guy that posted the entire match, whatever, who cares. Sorry that the end of the video has gotten nuked and the most important funny parts have been totally obliterated. That's my fault. But yeah, I can't play it. Sorry guys. Copyright monster. Jeff Hardy came out, blasted out of his mind, in no way, shape, or form ready to compete.
Look at this nigga.
Super unprofessional, wasted Sting's time, wasted TNA's time, wasted the fans' time. Now, here is what a bunch of wrestling personalities have to say about Victory Road.
Oh, dude, he can't even walk. That's not number one. Okay. Oh, slow motion is better than no motion. He is done. And Sting knows it. Sting, I worked with him, 100 times. So, I'm looking at him and I'm like, he's like, what the fuck? Of course, he's a Christian now, so he doesn't say fuck, but what the F is he doing? He might even have said fuck at that point. Wow.
Damn, bro, you had to hide their voices?
Oh. Wow. All right, now I see why it's right there. And he wanted to kick out, too, instead. Sting got him in there. It's really difficult to say for him, like, in that condition.
But after all of that with TNA, he didn't get suspended. There was no suspension, there was no release. He just kind of stayed in the mid-card for TNA for years until he returned back to WWE. He won the Intercontinental Championship and he won the US Championship. And then during a live show, he just walked out. He got arrested a couple times and the WWE fired him. And then he went to AEW and got arrested again for another DUI. And now his license is suspended for 10 years. So that's the Jeff Hardy story as we know it now. It's sad. It's sad that Jeff Hardy could have been the guy in WWE, but he just couldn't keep his demons in check. Around that time in 2008, WWE was definitely positioning Jeff Hardy to be the guy, right? Jeff Hardy had a great career. He has one of the greatest careers ever. Now imagine a sober Jeff Hardy where WWE could have said, okay, here, you take the reins. This is your ship now. Imagine that. Imagine John Cena could have turned heel. They already had the biggest baby face with Jeff Hardy. But seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Pretty soon we're going to have memberships. We're going to have memberships pretty soon so you can support the channel directly.
Yo, great video, man. I never considered Jeff Hardy a bust because of like, I've always looked at how big of a star Jeff Hardy is. But once you honestly put it like that, I can see why you consider it. I knew about his problems. I didn't know how many he had though. Missing all them live shows and pay-per-views. What the fuck was wrong with bro? Bro, really tripping. He did accomplish a lot though. Jeff Hardy has too many accomplishments. That's a
Now,
fact.
Trey, I cannot let you tarnish my GOAT's legacy. Please turn ITF, please.
He did it himself,
This is
bro.
not the charismatic enigma. You will
He did it
ruin my
himself,
childhood, Trey. Turn IT off now. Jeff Hardy is not a bust.
He ain't a
He was
bust.
more
How
popular
can
than
you not
08
say that?
Obama. He saved the hood, please no.
Bro, how can you say that when the nigga was supposed to be the champion to have CM Punk's run? Do y'all niggas know about the run CM Punk went on? After he won Money in the Bank? Y'all niggas is bugging.